After a miserable 2022 that saw it lose more than 80% of its value, Cardano ADA sought to rebound this year. But we are all struck at the current turnout. ADA is trading for just 25 cents, more than 90% below an all-time high of $3.10. As might be imagined, the majority of investors have soured on Cardano, which ranks as the 9th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. A price target of $1 seems like a difficult miracle at this point. A major complaint that has always been leveled against Cardano is that it is a ghost chain, where nothing worthwhile or special is taking place. Taking a look at the ecosystem, this criticism appears to be true, because Cardano has always seemed to lag behind market leaders like Ethereum when it comes to innovations. A good example is when Cardano only introduced smart contracts in 2021. That's a whopping 6 years after Ethereum unveiled them. On the other hand, there are other certain aspects where Cardano called the shots in 2022. Crypto analytics firm Sentiment noted that Cardano was #1 blockchain in the world in 2022 by development activity. This was primarily because of how much code Cardano developers were adding to open source repositories such as GitHub. Development activity is important because it likely signals new features are on the way or new products are about to ship. According to the Cardano ecosystem, 2022 saw a huge spike in on-chain growth as measured by metrics such as new blockchain wallets, overall transaction activity, and new partnerships and collaborations. Smart contracts are live on the Cardano blockchain and is opening up new opportunities in different market niches of the blockchain world, especially decentralized finance, or DeFi for short. All these were considered to help fuel the new momentum around Cardano in 2023. But right now, a price target of $1 is just very aggressive, and many things need to go right for this to happen, some of which are outside of Cardano's control, and even the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, can do nothing about it. Even the entire crypto market needs to turn around here in 2023. If Bitcoin falls another 65% this year, it's hard to imagine any scenario in which Cardano hits the $1 mark. It's a delicate moment right now because the news of a recession is popping out everywhere. The situation is also quite complicated. So how do we expect ADA's coin price to hit a $1 price target when Charles Hoskinson is not obsessed with price increases? Yeah, he's all about innovation and investors growing with the project, and he's never deterred from making this emphasis. Last year, Input-Output CEO Charles Hoskinson was seemingly puzzled by the price correction, claiming that the markets are disconnected from reality in a tweet. The price of the ADA token had plunged by more than 8% in a day. It plunged in tandem with other major cryptocurrencies and traded at 46 cents on the Binance exchange. As reported, Bitcoin also crashed, reaching its lowest level since mid-June of 2021. Ethereum, despite being less than 2 weeks away from the merge upgrade, also experienced a sharp drop, terminating its streak of outperformance. Yet despite the sharp market correction, Hoskinson maintained an upbeat tone. Hearing him speak or tweet is always a mix of shock and excitement for Cardano investors. At the time, the cryptocurrency mogul claimed that Cardano had never been stronger, hammering on the fact that his best days are still ahead. He was not seeing what the Cardano community was seeing. Hoskinson also praised other projects within the cryptocurrency industry, adding that many of them are solid, even though the current prices didn't reflect that. He pointed to the fact that the market action is mainly driven by macro factors. So we should not be surprised when Charles Hoskinson takes up a mic and sends appraisals to Cardano even when the ADA price is draining by the second. He finds it offensive when Cardano investors seemingly disturb themselves about the ADA coin price. For him, there are better things to consider when it comes to Cardano. One of Hoskinson's frequently used quotes reads, "Never ask me for an interview to talk about the price of ADA or how we are doing in the market. That's not something I care about or am interested in." Another one reads, "All these people who predict the prices are hedge fund traders. They are really rich. I am not that guy. I don't know why the price goes up or swallow. I don't want anything to do with baseless speculation." Of course, we get the fact that Cardano is different. It's an incredibly ambitious product with a strong team and tons of buzz. By 2022's end, the market cap of Cardano was more than $10 billion, even though the project was in a fairly early stage. In January of 2023, it briefly soared to more than $33 billion before receding to roughly $10 billion as the overall cryptocurrency market shrunk. However, it seems we're the only ones that are keeping a record of these updates. Charles Hoskinson is quite uninterested. During Cardano's early days, Hoskinson said, "We didn't do any marketing. When Cardano started trading on Bittrex, it was the first time the rest of the world had seen it. The first time they kind of saw the vision, which is the idea of a third generation cryptocurrency. And all these things that we set up, the research team that we set up, this enormous team we put together, they saw the code, they saw all the progress, and they said, holy moly, we missed this." Furthermore, measuring worth is a common problem when evaluating cryptocurrencies. But it's complex stuff, and even if you ask the top crypto experts, you might get a bunch of different answers. Cardano is indeed promising, but only time will tell whether it can deliver on its promises. All the same, what most investors want to know is how to determine a fair price for ADA right now, and Hoskinson doesn't care much about the daily market fluctuations. On his Twitter, he's very critical of people who seem to only care about ADA's current market price. When you ask him what he thinks about ADA, here's a certain reply. ADA will be the underlying financial system of the world. We have a vision that one day we can build a system that can have 3 billion users. In other words, this means that if one truly believes in the project, it doesn't matter what the price is right now. If you believe in our vision, then you will know that there will be a very strong demand for ADA, which by basic economics means that ADA ought to appreciate, he once said. However, while he's not overwhelmed with the ADA price action, he would rather give anyone who talked down about Cardano's achievements a piece of his mind. A few years ago in an interview, Hoskinson lamented on Buterin ignoring Cardano. He said, "This ignorance of Cardano's achievements hurts Ethereum, as everything Cardano does is open source and can be borrowed by the rival." When asked directly about the crux of the tactic conflict, Hoskinson responded, "I don't live in his mind, so I don't know why he never mentions our project. And it's also his decision not to do that. It's just a detriment to his ecosystem because there's a lot of ideas in Cardano that could be very useful to Ethereum." In addition, we've seen so many scenarios where Hoskinson takes jabs at critics, and most of the time he goes overboard in addressing them. Well, this is not about what Charles Hoskinson thinks about the ADA price or the general Cardano ecosystem. Will Cardano ADA stand the test of time? Will it end up reducing to nothing? And are our fears about Cardano not hitting a new all-time valid? This year started on a positive note for Cardano, with prices almost doubling from 25 cents to 45 cents. But following the suit with the rest of the crypto market, Cardano faced a downturn due to fundamental issues, sending its price spiraling back to its initial price of 28 cents. This price drop represented a setback, but it's important to remember that the crypto market is marked by its high volatility. Hence, quick recoveries are just as likely as sudden downturns. More importantly, the path for Cardano to reach $1 by the end of 2023 could be paved by anticipated Bitcoin bull run. Historical data indicates that Cardano ADA often reacts positively to the bullish sentiments in the market, experiencing significant rises during such periods. While an increase to $1 might seem particularly optimistic given the current state of the market, the volatile nature of cryptocurrencies means that things could turn around quickly. The Cardano forecast for the coming months does remain uncertain, but it is not unrealistic to suggest that a new bull run could see Cardano's price move in a positive direction. A more conservative estimate could place Cardano at around 50 cents by the end of the year, but the $1 price target is a very optimistic prediction. However, at this point, it does seem like optimism is the best strategy, at least for now. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.